Welcome back. It's still stable for the market, actually up about 0.5%. The Bank Nifty is flying away, and Emami is really the stock in focus, almost 10% higher once again for Emami. So fabulous move over there. By the way, some numbers from Ashoka Buildcon as well flashing on your screen. Sampath Reddy of Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance joins us now to chat about the market and how he's feeling about individual sectors. Sampath, hi, good afternoon. The sector on everyone's radar is pharma, and now everyone seems to be jumping onto the bandwagon. But do you think it's too late, or is there still some more time, some more gains to go in this space?
We have been liking the pharma sector for quite some time, and of course, in the last couple of days, markets have pharma stocks have rallied quite a bit. Of course, and that too on the back of very good results from some other companies. But I think with the way you look at the pharma sector as such, in terms of the performance for the last 2 to 3 years, the still stock prices are way below what it was about 3 years back. And in terms of the earnings potential wise, the companies have a much longer earnings growth potential, given that most of the companies in the pharmaceutical space in the last 2 to 3 years have focused a lot more on streamlining their cost, and they have been much more prudent in terms of cost and the spending, and also the pricing pressure in the US market is also coming down. All of these things are leading to a very good recovery in the earnings. I think this we have it looks like to me for the next 2 to 3 years earnings growth is going to be very robust in the pharmaceutical sector, so the stocks will continue to do well in this sector. I think that's what we are believing at this point.
Okay, well, that's the big move that you're seeing there. But Anuj, you've been talking about this sector for a really long time. I mean, the growth that we've seen in pharma. Do you think a large part of the play out is done, or is this parabolic move, is there still some more to go?
Sonia, we blogged about it about 3 months back. And at that time, of course, it had just started. Hand on heart.
I think that time there was no COVID as well,
no,
right?
there was COVID, but that was a trigger. COVID,
Okay.
look, pharma always had value. Pharma always had a lot of value. COVID was a trigger, and due to which you had this move. Hand on heart, I didn't expect this kind of a move. That you will have stocks rally 100%, 150%, 200%, and that to large cap names. I mean, just look at Divi's, for example, and Divi's gave you a re-entry opportunity at 2200, and from there the kind of rally it had. Cipla. I just say one thing. I think what this market is now pricing, when a sector ends a 4 or 5 or 6 year bear market, in that case, it does not top out in 3 months. Now, it's entirely possible that you would see some bit of decline, perhaps some bit of profit taking, some bit of consolidation is always possible, Sonia. But I'll tell you when you would start to talk about is pharma topping out. Now, there's already talk about Divi's coming into the Nifty next. I think you will soon hear about perhaps Lupin making a re-entry into the Nifty. Then at some point perhaps we'll talk about perhaps is Alkem Labs going to be part of the Nifty. I think when you remember when did the Bank Nifty start to top out? When a lot of financials started to enter Nifty. IndusInd, Yes Bank, and then later even Bajaj Finance, Bajaj Finserv. When the index became so top heavy in terms of financials, pharma is nowhere near that. It's look at what pharma has done over the last 10 years. It's done practically nothing. So that way, I think there's still a lot to go. But yes, in the near term, stocks are now looking very expensive. Sampath, good afternoon. Telecom, what would be your thought process here? Of course, not too many listed stocks here, but are you adding anything here?
Yeah, the telecom is also another sector as such. We are very much positive on that. There are very limited number of stocks which are available to play. But from the requirement, from the impact of the slowdown point of view, that is one of the sectors which got least affected. And pricing pressure is now behind there as well. I think ARPUs, as we see increasing going forward, earnings will really come back in a very good shape. I think the sector is again poised very well for a 2 to 3 year perspective, largely on the back of the pricing pressure now behind, and the players are now looking to increase the revenue, the price per user. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's on telecom. But let's do one thing before we end for the day. We had a very interesting conversation with Adrian Lim earlier in the day, and this is what he had to say on key sectors like banks. So we'll listen into his view and come back.
Investors in Axis, as well as Kotak, as well as HDFC and HDFC Bank. Those are key positions for us. We do expect weakness, not just in retail, but in corporate India as well. we do expect fragments of stress in the credit system. We have already seen that the credit system remains challenged. There are pockets that need capital, and we do know that it's not plain sailing for financial institutions in India.
Welcome back. We're just closing down to what has been a pretty good day for the market. So we have the Nifty, which will close above that 11,300 mark. Every dip got bought really, largely if you look at it, and there was green across the screen. Let me get some final calls in. Mitesh Thakkar, what would the call be for tomorrow? It's been a fairly steady day today, but would you carry on these positions?
See, I think we would carry long positions despite the fact that we've just closed off the 11,340, 350 breakout level. We just trailed our stop loss to about 11,300 zones, and I think as long as that is not being broken, the chances that tomorrow morning we might actually see some follow through happening. I've been waiting for that. But trail your stop losses, I think, maintain long bias, and on the stock side also we have majority of long positions.
Okay, Sampath, I wanted your thoughts on some of these stocks which are making comebacks. Something like an ITC. It's frustrated investors for a long time, but off late the move has been quite good.
Yeah. I think the ITC had suffered in terms of valuations, especially more from the sector being into the tobacco side. Most of the investors globally were not preferring that. So that was one of the reasons, the company got derated quite a bit. But, given that valuations have now corrected substantially there, even though it still derives almost about 80-85% of the profit from the cigarette business, I think, the consumer business now is gaining traction in there. And, there, I think going forward, overall the profit contribution from the, the non-cigarette FMCG business could also, steadily improve. I think from a valuation perspective, that stock really looks attractive. Given that some of the global investors may not be willing to look at that sector, given that ESG is playing an important role across the many global portfolios. That is one of the reasons it got derated. But in terms of return on capital employed and cash flows point of view, I think the stock looks very good.
Okay, well, let's wind down the day then. About 1.5 minutes left for the day to end. Anuj, largely been a good day for the bulls. I mean, they've been hanging on to their firm grip, and that continued even today.
That continued. For me, the big story today was the Bank Nifty, Sonia. Like we pointed out in the morning, the index to focus on really could be the Bank Nifty. The catch-up trade is well and truly on now, and 1.5% higher. The Nifty is not closing at the high point by any stretch of imagination. The Bank Nifty is closing at the highest point. I think that for me is really the key takeaway as far as today's trade is concerned. Can the Bank Nifty stage a bit of a comeback and bridge that gap that it has had between itself and the Nifty? In terms of stocks, Axis was one of your stocks of the day, up about 4%. IndusInd Bank was up about 2.5%. HDFC Bank up 2%. HDFC was up. ICICI Bank, State Bank of India. So banks did well. Apart from that, Z Entertainment was up about 5%. BPCL, ITC made a big move. In fact, ITC had very strong delivery volumes today. Last time I checked, at 1 o'clock, delivery volume had already crossed about 1 crore shares. So it will be interesting to see the final delivery numbers on ITC. But that could be interesting. On the way down, Shree Cement reacting to numbers, Titan reacting to numbers, UPL had some profit taking, and really the big decent pharma profit taking happened in pharma. Cipla, Dr. Reddy's, both of these stocks were down. But overall, a really good day as far as the large caps are concerned. Some profit taking though today in mid caps, Sonia.
There was some profit taking for sure, but so many stocks continued with their gains from the last few days. So Emami was up 10%. It's now up 31% for this week. Clearly been the stock of the week. IDFC First Bank was up almost 8% today. You had a Union Bank that was up 5%. JSPL has been hitting new highs, up 5% there. Voltas up almost about 5%, so pretty good there. Names like IRCTC gained a bit of ground, so up 3.5% there. Emphasis was up almost about 2.5%. Motherson Sumi saw a big comeback after the management was quite confident that things are going to pick up here on. So Motherson Sumi ends with 2.5% gains. Hexaware has been hitting new highs as well, so it closes at that 400 rupee plus mark. And then you had Ambuja Cements too that hit a fresh 52-week high today. So lots and lots of stocks actually doing pretty well. Overall, the mid-cap index closed a tad bit in the red. That's because you had stocks like Vodafone Idea that closed with 3% losses. Titan was down 3.5%. Equitas was down 2.5%. BEL, BHEL both down about 1 to 2 odd percent. But let's thank our guests on that note for joining us and taking us through what has been a pretty good last hour of trade. The bulls once again go home quite victorious with a gain of almost about half odd percent on the Sensex and the Nifty. The mid caps was the only sour piece of the market today, down about 50 odd points, but it has had a fairly decent rally, so some amount of profit taking will not be too harmful. But let's do one thing. Let's thank our guests for joining us and wrap up on this edition of Closing Bell. But do stay tuned in. Lots more coming up on the other side. Cipla reported a strong Q1, but is the growth momentum sustainable? What are the opportunities that lie ahead? Up next in our special series, CNBC TV 18 Conversations, Archana Shukla gets chatting with Umang Bora, the MD and Global CEO of Cipla. Stay tuned.
Brought to you by